Alright, and welcome back to the Domination Victory playthrough of Civilization. I just listened back to one of my earlier chapters and never noticed that even after I edited and saved, I called this the Sim City playthrough, and had to laugh to myself because that's definitely not what this is. Alright, we are currently at war with France, although that war should be over very soon. And with Russia, um, maybe also with Greece. I can't quite remember if Greece is at war with us specifically, but we'll see. 1951, so I believe in the quote real world. Oh, what just happened here? Oh gosh. I just was able to culturally capture a city, and we are going to be in trouble because um, I am not in control of that city itself. Um, it's not like I went in there and took it over, so I'm not even in anywhere near there. So I definitely need to go in there and purchase a defensive unit as quickly as possible. I believe this is because of how the turn scenario works. I believe what happens is I go with my military turns, and then the computer goes with all of their military turns, and then it builds all my stuff, and then it builds all their stuff um, in a weird way. So I think I may have gotten a defensive unit. Um, Let me see. Okay, good. All right. So I was done with my military turn. And after my military turn, I didn't have this property at all. Then the computer goes and takes their moving their units and irrigating and things like that. And then it goes through all of the stuff that I built. So in that last time, being the mechanized infantry that I just paid for, and then it goes through everything that the computer builds. So even though there's one turn, technically there's two parts of the turn. So even though I just purchased this in the last quote unquote year, it was really in the second part of it. So it's how you can kind of manipulate and make sure that even on turns when you win a city from a cultural conversion, that's kind of what happens. I hope that makes sense. Um, Even to me, I was like, does it even make sense? But I think I kind of explained it the best way that I could. I don't know. All right. Let me get another mechanized infantry to play defense because I'm surrounded by Russia, and here's a Russian knight, and Russian knights don't have a great offense, but they're better than probably any other unit, like a militia or something. All right, I'm gonna try and see if I can pick up this bomber, and I can. You can just pick them up in the middle of a turn. I'm gonna see if I'm at war with Greece. I forget. We are. Oh no. I'll explain why I decided to move in that spot in a second. And that one I'm just going to stay there. Oh, great. So I'm going to unload here. So at least I have some ways to start to connect these cities together because I certainly didn't anticipate um, what would happen there. All right, so he's the easy unit. I'll put him there. Nope. Put them in there. Nope. it's a completely different response than a response I would have given if I was a democracy. If I was a democracy, I would have said yes and end with peace. Now, I don't want to move in this spot. And the reason is because the French could attack a land unit. And if it beats the land unit, this air unit is gone. There's no way, unless they have a fighter, that they can attack a bomber or another flight unit. So I'm going to move up and stay there. Is this mine? Why do I have a cavalry? I must have gotten him when I got this city. Maybe that's what happened. I won't need another military unit. So you build one of these. That should be okay. All right, fortify. Right. Okay, so temple or a coliseum to keep them pacified, even though if this was real true um, uh, communism, we all know that Lenin and Marx were not necessarily the most largest fans of a religious situation. Um, so, but anyway, keep going here. Unload there, and that's probably all I'll need to unload. Actually, I'll be right there. All right. Still building military units. All right, I think we're good. Another bomber. Those I can easily get to where they need to go. Right now, I'm not even having any. I don't have any aircraft carriers over there to pick him up, so I'll leave him by himself for now. Right, Paris built another mech infantry, so now I can get rid of the city wall. Actually, I'll keep them, just because this city is a little bit more important than another. Okay, that should be okay. I could also, if I was starting to lose lots of money, I'm not really, but if I'm starting to lose lots of money, I could sell all the libraries and universities that I've produced. Um, but I think I'm all right. I think I don't have to do that. Right. Niagara Falls. Right. Remember, I'm having him go all the way up there, and this is going to take forever. Okay. Load that guy. And I know that there's another one in Charlottetown, so I'll move it up and wait. All right. Wait. There it is. I just remembered that, so that's what I did there. I will move that. So large cities don't produce as much grain in communism as they do in democracy. So this was a perfect city under a democracy, but you notice I have a little bit less grain there. Um, and okay, I guess I can irrigate this square. Oh, nope, that wouldn't matter. It's two squares diagonally from it. So there's no possible way to make any more food other than switch back to a democracy. So sorry, Vancouver, you're going to have to kind of go with it for right now. I'm going to use this musketeer unit as something to just kind of, when I go over to Russia, I might need a unit like this to pillage some stuff. So instead of disbanding it, I'm going to use it for some simple tasks. Some required necessary tasks, but ones that aren't necessarily with a big, huge military unit. End of turn. Oh, come on. Come on. The smart attack is to always, as he did, he had the opportunity to attack the unit to the west of Kiev, because if he defeated that unit, he'd defeat two. And um, the AI actually has a 50-50 chance, and will do so randomly when provided in that situation that he was here. So he has a 50-50 chance of attacking these two. So he might attack this one or this one. The smarter move was to attack that. But in a rare instance of fairness, um, that game tries to be a little bit more aware of that. All right, so now I'm going to move my transport over here because the next stage is Greece. And the reason why I'm going Greece and not Egypt next is Greece is far more militarily advanced. I'm not going to use this diplomat to buy Kiev, or maybe I should, now that I'm thinking of it. If I buy this city and then move south, and I think that's what I'll do. Cite a revolt. Wow, they're much cheap. Also, I didn't know inciting revolts under communism is far cheaper. Oh, there's another cavalry unit right to my east of the city. That must be, yep, it's under Kiev. So I want to buy I guess a marketplace for my defense. I'm going to change to an armor. And this unit will go down that way. That will go down that way. Nope. Always smart to attack units like that, when they're just standing in the middle right here. Because if I don't produce barracks in warlord difficulty in my cities, because that's how I might create a veteran unit, and I did. So every time you create a battle and you're victorious, I believe civfanatics.com tells me that I have a 50-50 chance of turning that unit to a veteran unit, and that's what just happened. So this one did, this one didn't. So mathematically that works out, although that's not always how it works, as we know from proportions and ratios and things like that, and other math concepts that I'm probably forgetting. All right, so this city is going to be destroyed. Sorry, France. Bye. All right, title of this chapter is going to be 50-50 um, odds, because of how many times I've said 50-50 today in reference to certain things. All right, you're gonna wait. You're gonna wait. Oh, here's another unit. I'll wait to load that unit. Wait. All right, building more stuff. All right, I do have a settler over there. This would be better for growth. Am I done making military units? I am. I will keep this unit over here just in case somebody invades me. Although I honestly don't think many of them have enough units to invade me at the moment. Maybe I'm wrong. All right, you're going there. Oh, I didn't want to load the cavalry.